Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Kate. If you are not new, thank you for watching another one of my videos. Before we get into this video, if you are not already, make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of my uploads. Follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. Everything is always linked down below in the description if you would like to follow me on my little journey and keep up with me and see what I am doing. But I am really excited for today's video because I feel like I kind of talk about this topic in different ways. I talk about it on my wellness Instagram a lot, but I never have done like a whole entire full video talking about my transformation basically. So when I say my transformation, what I'm talking about is like my health journey, my fitness journey, and all of that stuff. So I've never talked about it before like in one whole video, so I'm really excited to share everything with you guys and just kind of basically talk about my journey, like my self-love journey, my health journey, wellness journey, and like my whole entire transformation, because I feel like I have transformed, not necessarily like physically, but mentally. I feel like I am a totally different person for the better than I was a year ago, and I just feel so good, and I feel like I'm in the right space to finally make a video like this and just speak about literally everything. I also talked about some of this stuff on a podcast that I recently did with a girl named Olivia. Her podcast is called For You From Eve, and it was super fun because we basically talked about kind of like my health journey-ish. Like we talked about many other things, but like I kind of touched on that a little bit. So if you would like to go listen to that, I will also leave that in the description of this video because I kind of touch on some stuff in that podcast, which was super fun. Also, by the way, like recording a podcast and just talking is like super fun, and I have always wanted my own podcast. So maybe, fingers crossed, for the foreseeable future, I will have my own podcast one day. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get started in this video now, and I kind of wrote a list on some things that I want to talk about, just so this video is not like all over the place, because I feel like this is kind of like a story time-ish almost, because I basically just kind of want to like talk about a timeline of where I was in my life and like how everything started and all of that stuff. I don't even know where to begin. I guess we'll go back to like 2019-ish. So 2019, I was in a terrible mindset. I would say from like 2019 up until the beginning of 2021, I was in such a terrible mindset. My situation at the time just was not ideal. I had a lot of issues with my family, with my friends, relationships, like just my life really took a toll on my health. And I feel like that's just how it is for a lot of people. Like life experiences and stuff that you go through really does affect your health. Because of all of that stuff, I was really not treating my body well. And this was kind of like the era of when food combining was a thing. I don't know if any of you have experienced food combining or have tried it out. And people that I followed on Instagram were hyping this up, and I was like, you know what? That sounds kind of cool. I wanted to try something new. So it was like 2019 when the food combining thing started, and I tried it out, and it was just so restrictive for me. But I did food combining for literally not even a week. I want to say it was like less than a week, and just within that short span of time, I started to binge eat, and food combining was very restrictive for me. It was very like, you had to think about everything that you were eating, and can I eat this? Can I eat this? And I remember telling Zach about it, my boyfriend, that I was doing this food combining thing, and he's like, that literally doesn't make any sense. Like there's no scientific data talking about this. There's nothing that like backs up the science of how food combining even works. And I remember him telling me that, and I was like, literally shut up. Like, let me do my thing. I want to do this. Like, it sounds fun, it sounds cool, like all these other people are doing it. And he was like, okay, well, whatever. And looking back at it now, I should have listened to him, because it started a bunch of eating problems for me. And I was never one to have issues in my eating habits, but this really paved like an unhealthy road for me. And I'm not not saying like if you follow food combining even now, or if you tried it and it worked for you, I'm not trying to bash it, but I'm just giving my experience. Every time that I wanted something sweet, I wouldn't let myself have it, and then when I got to a breaking point, I would binge eat, and that's all I would do is just eat sweets because I have such a big sweet tooth and sweets are like my thing. And so the fact that I wasn't letting myself have something sweet on like a regular basis, and I just remember so vividly the feelings that I would have afterwards of eating like 15 Oreos or 10 cupcakes, whatever it was. I just felt so depressed, honestly, like so depressed. Like, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing. I just was so lost, and I didn't really have a good sense of direction in how to eat healthy and how to work out and create a workout routine. So that's kind of like where my unhealthy eating habits started in my life, like 2019 to like 2020-ish. So after I realized the food combining thing wasn't working out for me, I was like getting really sick and tired of the whole binge eating thing. I was just like, I feel like literal shit. Excuse my language, but that's just how I felt. Like, I would look at myself in the mirror and I would hate myself because I would just think to myself, like, why did I just do that? You know how you feel afterwards and what this does to you and how this makes you feel. Like, why are you doing that? And I was just like bullying myself almost. Like, it sounds weird to say, but I was like literally a bully to myself. So that point in my life lasted up until like mid 2020-ish, I want to say, and it started to get a little bit better, but it wasn't 100%. I mean, nothing is ever 100%, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. I just knew that I wasn't trying the best that I could. January of 2021 was when my whole transformation started. Let me backtrack a little bit. So during the whole time where I was restricting myself and binge eating, I always not enjoyed working out. I don't want to say enjoyed because I didn't enjoy it. I wanted to work out, I just didn't know how to work out. And I would always do like little YouTube workouts here and there, a little ab workout, booty workout, thinking that they were changing my life. And I feel like in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't really doing anything, but just the action of me doing it made me feel a little bit better about myself after binge eating. I would do like little YouTube workouts. I also tried Kayla Itsines BBG app called Sweat, I think it is, which was like super popular. I remember so many people doing the BBG workouts. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but I tried doing that. I never finished it, and at the time I was living at an apartment with my dad and my brother, and there was a gym there. So I would go to the gym and just do whatever I felt like was going to help me. Like, I would do a little arm workout, I would go on the treadmill for like 15 minutes, I would do 3:30. So I would just like work out here and there, but it was never something consistent, and it was never something that I looked forward to. Like, I never had like a good routine where it would result in me seeing results in myself. And I feel like it was just like an on the surface thing. Like, I was like, well, I'm working out, so it's fine, I'm fine. And yeah, so that was like my workout situation. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So, and now we can fast forward to January of 2021. So I decided to get the Peloton app, and I think I got that in November. I would do a little workout here and there after my nanny job. Like, when I would get home from work, I would do a little workout on my iPad with the Peloton app, and I was like, wait, this is actually kind of fun. And I never had that feeling ever before when I was doing a workout, literally ever. No matter how many YouTube workouts I did, I fell in love with the Peloton app, and I really don't know why or what it was about it. I want to say it was like having an instructor there do the workouts with me. It felt like I had like a personal trainer right in my room, and I was like, this is so fun. Like, I can work out from the comfort of my own home, because I am not one to go to the gym. I don't like going to the gym, and I still don't go to the gym to this day. So don't worry if you don't like to go to the gym, because I literally don't even remember the last time that I stepped foot in a gym. So I currently only work out from home. I don't know if that will change in the future. Obviously, I don't know the future. Anyways, started doing the Peloton app. It wasn't consistent, like it was very here and there sort of thing, like when I felt like it, when I would get home from work. And then I remember I was sitting at my kitchen table on my laptop and I was looking at the Peloton bike, and I've always wanted to be good at spin. I took a SoulCycle class with my friend Phoebe in 2020, I think, January of 2020, and it was so much fun, and I never took a SoulCycle class after that, except now I've gone like a couple times with my friend Christina. But I was sitting at my kitchen table and I was on the Peloton website and I was looking at the Peloton bikes. I don't know, something was drawing me to it. I'm not trying to like promote you to buy something crazy expensive in order to see results. I'm just telling you my story and like what worked for me. So I am in no way, shape, or form trying to pressure any of you to go and buy a Peloton bike, because they're obviously not the cheapest things around. So it was November 2020 and that is when I bought my Peloton bike, and it didn't actually end up coming until January of 2021. So that's like when my transformation started. I've told this story I think multiple times on like my channel and my Instagram and stuff. I did a challenge that was on the Peloton app that was workout every single day for the month of January, and I was like, you know what, this sounds really fun and I think this will get me into the habit of working out, and I want to push myself and I want to be able to accomplish this at the end of the month so I can look back at myself and be like, wow, I did that. And I wasn't looking at it as like a punishment and to burn off my calories. It was more of like I wanted to complete something, because I never completed anything. Like I would quit the BBG app, like the sweat app. I wouldn't stick to the YouTube workouts. Like I didn't have anything that was mine and that felt like mine and that I was good at. That's kind of like why I wanted to do the 30-day challenge. I remember after those 30 days and I got like the little badge on the app that said I completed it. I cannot describe how good that felt. I was like so proud of myself that I just completed 30 days straight of working out. I didn't do a vigorous workout every single day, but just getting myself into that habit was so key for me, and that was like one of the biggest reasons of my transformation. Was that 30-day challenge literally changed my life for the better. I was good at it and I was like, this feels so good because I'm good at it. I'm starting to get consistent at it and I'm starting to see results in my body, which was like one of the craziest things to me, because no matter how many times I worked out in the past, I never saw results in my body, like physically, physical results. Weight was never a problem for me. I was just not toned at all. And so when I started seeing results from doing like the cardio mixed with the strength training, I was like, oh my gosh, like what? I've never seen results in my body before. So it was so crazy, and that's not even why I started working out. The goal never was to see a change in my physical appearance. I just honestly felt like shit about my life and I didn't have anything that made me feel good about myself. After that 30-day challenge, I created my own little workout routine, which I still follow to this day. Monday I do upper body strength. Tuesday I do cardio, so I will do the bike, like I will do a spin class on the bike. Wednesday I do legs and glutes strength. Thursday is cardio, so I will do another spin class. And then Friday I do like a full body strength. So I have been following that workout routine ever since last year, and that just is what works for me. And usually I don't work out on the weekends, but sometimes if I'm feeling it, I will do a spin class on the bike, but that's only if I'm like feeling it, which is like once in a while. It's not that often. So weird for me to say that I'm one who picks up a pair of weights and like strength trains. It's just so weird to say, but I feel like aside from cardio, strength training really transformed me mentally. There's just something about picking up a pair of dumbbells and listening to such a hyped song and finishing a workout that literally like transforms your mindset. Confidence was something that I really struggled with back in 2019 and like 2020 because of losing relationships in my life and like family stuff. Growing up, I was never an insecure person, so to have all of those things go on in my life and then to feel that way way just really sucked. Now that I have a consistent workout routine, I feel so good about myself. Fast forward to March of 2021. March was when I created my little food Instagram account. If I didn't create that food account, I would not be sitting where I am right now making this video talking about my journey. Like, that food account literally transformed my life. Just sharing everything that I have learned with other people makes me so emotional, because if someone asks me a question and like I like see myself in that question, like begging for help, like what do I do with myself? Like, how do I eat healthy? What do I do? And I see myself in those people who ask me those questions, and to be able to be in a space now where I am confident enough to give advice and help that person out feels so good. And I'm so happy that I made that food account. I love posting recipes and reels and just inspiring so many people. Like, that is my goal. I just want to inspire people and help people, because I know how much it sucked to be in the space that I was. I just want to help and inspire as many people as I can. So I guess now I will talk about like my eating habits. So it's kind of funny because as I started working out, like I had like a routine. Eating better and like eating intuitively just kind of fell naturally into my lap. Because I was working out, it was almost like a domino effect, and I just like wanted to eat healthier and like eat balanced and eat intuitively and like listen to my body. It was kind of weird, like the way that it planned out, because I never really was thinking about it too much. I was like, well, now I'm working out, I have this good thing going, I am doing like my workout routine. So it was kind of just like natural that I started to form better eating habits. I feel like my food account really helped me personally in the foods that I was eating, because it was like such a great way to follow along other people who would post recipes and share what they were eating and talking about creating balance and eating intuitively. And those two words literally saved me. Learning about balance and eating intuitively literally changed my eating habits. Like I was saying in the beginning of this video, all I would do was restrict myself, and that caused me to binge eat and just crave more sweets, because I was restricting myself so much that I wanted to just eat literally everything. Creating balance and listening to my body and allowing myself to have something sweet if I was craving it changed my eating habits completely. I don't think I've ever eaten this good in my life ever before. Like, I try to really make sure that I am balancing what I am eating. Like, if I find that I am eating too many sweets, I will try to be mindful of that, and I will be like, okay, well, I need to cut back on the sweets a little bit and try to incorporate more healthier options like whole foods. Then when I do that and I'm like, okay, I'm eating a little bit too much healthy food, like I can have some sweets now. Like, just thinking about your eating habits in that way is so beneficial, and that helped me. And I'm not going to sit here and say like that's going to help you, but for me, really being mindful of what I am putting into my body, how much I am putting into my body. So that's kind of where I stand now on my eating habits, and I don't follow any diets or trends or whatever. I just eat whatever I feel like. I am not vegan, I'm not gluten-free, dairy-free. I eat meat, I eat dairy, I eat gluten, all of that stuff. And I have a lot of videos and reels of like meal inspiration on my TikTok and my Instagram. So if you want some meal inspiration, you can definitely check those out. So as I am sitting here now talking about all of this and like reflecting on my life and like how much has changed in a year and everything that I've accomplished, it makes me so emotional. I feel so confident now and so strong mentally. Working out really helps me with the confidence and the mental health, because it was just something that I seriously needed in my life. It sounds so silly to sit here and say that working out and creating a healthy lifestyle changed my life. Well, I guess it does make sense, but like the working out aspect, I'm telling you, strength training has helped me immensely in every aspect of my life. If you are someone who works out but you don't do strength training, I would definitely recommend trying it out, giving it a try, seeing if you like it. And that's another thing too, like everybody is different, and I'm sitting here talking about what worked for me, but don't take that as it might work for you, because everybody is different. And that's another thing that I really want to highlight was, why is everybody else able to work out and feel good and know what they're doing. But I didn't have my thing yet that I was good at and that I was consistent with. And the Peloton was my thing that I was good at. I was consistent with it and I stuck with it. So that is just what worked for me. But if you are getting down on yourself and thinking like, why is this working for someone else and it's not working for me? We are literally all different. Like, nobody is the same on this planet, and that is like such a hard thing to grasp at sometimes, but you seriously have to look at it that way, or else you're just going to get stuck in this loop of comparing yourself. Really finding what works for you, I swear it'll come, because I have tried so many different YouTube workouts, literally everything in the book, and I never found what worked for me until I tried the Peloton. Again, it was just what worked for me and what sparked for me to create the life that I do now. So that is basically everything that my transformation and wellness journey includes. I feel like the main takeaway from this video is the hardships in your life seriously make you who you are now. That doesn't even have to be a negative thing, because everything that has happened in your life makes you who you are today, and that's not something to look down on or be embarrassed about. There's literally only one you in this whole entire world, and whenever I think about that, I'm like, oh my god, like, I am the only Caitlin DiChiara on this planet. Look in the mirror and say that to yourself. You are the only you. So don't try to be anybody else. Bring what you have to the table, show it off, be confident, and you're gonna go places. I promise you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it inspired you. I hope I gave you some tips that you can maybe try and see if they work for you. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment, follow me on my Instagram so you can keep up with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!